Finally, you've decided you want to buy a superbike or you have that craving for a superbike. But how exactly can you afford a superbike in India? In this video, we are going to talk about how are the ways you can afford a new superbike. As per me, there are 4 methods that you can buy. You can use your parents' money, you can use your savings, you can use investments, or you can steal. You can always make your dreams come true. Trust me, you do not have to come from a wealthy background. I did not come from a wealthy background, and I am proud to say today that I am the owner of a Jeep Compass and a Kawasaki ZX-10R. Now, my fans and my subscribers range all the way from the age group of 10 till 50. Okay, so I'm going to divide it into different age groups and tell you how you guys also can afford a superbike. Now, the irony is I'm sitting in a car and I'm telling you about how to own a superbike. Sorry, because I had some other errand to run, and that is the reason I'm in a car today, and I'm going to tell you this story. I'll have this conversation with you via this medium and not a motovlog. The bike I have is a 2024 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. For all of you who are new to the channel, you guys can see the previous videos and you will understand all the crazy things I have done with the bike and how I ended up buying the superbike of my dreams. Now, for you to buy a superbike, there are 2 ways that you can buy a superbike, right? So it's either a new bike or a used bike. Now, I wouldn't recommend for you to buy a used superbike because in India, used superbike market is a grey area. You really need to know what you're doing and what all points to check before you buy a superbike, because it's very easy to get scammed. On the flip side, a lot of people, especially all these NRIs and a lot of foreigners, come to India, buy the superbikes, use it for like maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maximum 1 month, and then they end up selling it. So they buy the bike just to get a feel of it, and then they end up selling it. So it is also possible to get a lot of very good superbikes for dirt cheap prices. But then again, only if you know what you're doing. As per me, there are 4 methods that you can buy. You can use your parents' money, you can use your savings, you can use investments, or you can steal. Now, I personally wouldn't recommend going through the first avenue, that is using your parents' money, because personally speaking, even when I wanted to buy my superbike and I discussed with my parents that it's a 20 lakh bike, I want to buy the bike. The first thing they said is, why do you want to spend 20 lakh on a depreciating asset? Rather, why don't you invest that money and buy a piece of land? Because believe it or not, our parents come from a generation where land is the only investment they can think of. They cannot think of stock market, they cannot think of investments, IPOs, nothing. All that they know is land and land appreciation. So even when I discussed with my parents, the first thing they said was, use this 20 lakh to buy a piece of land. And also, the reason I don't recommend buying something of this magnitude with your parents' money is because buying something of this magnitude or buying something this significant in your life, you will only realize and appreciate the value once you have bought it with your hard-earned money. Trust me, I am telling you, I bought this car and the ZX-10R with my hard-earned money. So I know how much I love these 2 vehicles. You know, if you want to buy with parents' money, then the sky is the limit, because I personally do not come from parents' wealth, so I cannot comment on it and I don't want to comment on it. So if you have a lot of parents' money at your disposal, then you have a lot of options and you can buy any bike that you set your way. Now coming to the different age group of my subscribers. So now coming to the age group of 10 to 20 years. Now, if I remember correctly, even during my time, this was like maybe 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I used to get pocket money even at that time. Of course, the value and the amount was much lesser than what the kids these days get. Now, how much the parents give to their kids pocket money, their allowance, their daily allowance, weekly allowance, monthly allowance, I wouldn't comment on it. So let's say that you get a pocket money of X amount, right? So all that I would recommend you guys, especially you kids, because you guys will not have much expenses, what I recommend you kids to do is, you can invest in something called an SIP, okay, which is a systematic investment plan. Let's say your mutual funds, for example. So if you were to put 1,000 per month in any mutual fund, by the time you're 22, 23, you will have enough corpus to either buy the bike full cash, or you can use that money as a down payment and then take the rest amount as loan. Or if you want to go via the used bike market, then you can always use that amount and buy a second-hand bike with the full cash. See, this is considering only you are investing 1,000 rupees per month. Now, let's say that you want to invest 2,000 per month, 3,000 per month, whatever the amount allows you, whatever your expenditure allows you to. Then obviously the corpus is going to get bigger and you can buy a bigger bike or you can buy a bike faster. That is up to you. So then comes the salaried individual, which is the age bracket of 20 to 30 years old. Now for these people, which even I bought my bike as a salaried individual between the age group of 20 to 30, so I am more easily able to correlate with these people. So what I recommend for salaried individuals to do is, now let's say you're getting some salary of around 25 to 30k, right? Now if you're getting some salary of 25 to 30k, out of that 25 to 30k, you should be easily able to set aside 10 to 15,000 per month. Now this again depends on your expenses. You might have rent to pay, you might have bills to pay, you might have some EMI to pay, whatever. Now apart from these mandatory payments of your bills and your EMIs, let's say you want to spend some more money towards your hobbies or your habits. Let's say your you want to party, you want to drink, you want to go out on vacationing, you want to eat at restaurants every night. Well, in that case, I might not be able to help you, because I think right now is the time when you guys need to prioritize and reassess which is more important and valuable in your life. So let's assume that you've set aside 10 to 15,000. Now what I'm recommending to you guys is the same thing what I recommended to the previous age group. Now even in this age group, even if you're saving or setting aside 10 to 15,000 per month, there are two avenues that you can take. One is your savings, just savings, and the second avenue is investments per se. Now let's say if you save up 10,000 per month for 5 years, that adds up to a total of 6 lakh. Okay. Now just 5 years, if you're able to save up 6 lakh, with 6 lakh as a down payment, you can buy a Z900, you can buy a Street 77765, you can buy any ZX6R, you can buy a lot of bikes. Now this is if you're going for a new bike. Whereas for 6 lakhs, you will get a lot of used super bikes, so sky is the limit for you. On the other hand, let's say that you invest 10,000 per month for 5 years. Trust me, believe me, I'm telling you, you will end up with much more than just 6 lakh. Now, if you're investing, there are two things that you can do. Either you can keep a bigger corpus target, or you can keep the same 6 lakh but for a shorter duration. You might hit 6 lakhs in 4 years or 4.5 years, or by the end of 5 years, you might end up with 7 lakhs, right? So either way, it is more beneficial for you. So if you invest 10,000 per month, I'm sure you're going to end up with a lot of corpus where you can use that as a down payment to buy the bike of your dreams. Or like I recommended previously, you can always use that full cash to buy whichever bike you want. Then again, if it comes to above 30, well, it's up to you guys. I'm sure by the time you reach above 30, you have enough savings where I would recommend you can go with full cash. Now coming to my personal purchase, I bought the bike with very minute amount of loan. The entire bike cost was 20 lakh. So I spent 15 lakh of my own money and then 5 lakh of loan. Now what are the terms and conditions of the loan? What is the EMI I pay? What is the rate of interest? Which banks did I consider? All of this will be covered in the upcoming videos. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and watch that video. Well, that was it, guys. This is something that I just wanted to share with you guys, especially the upcoming generation, the youth, because I know what reactions I get every time somebody sees my bike. You guys have seen it on the channel, and there are a lot of times when I didn't have the camera with me, but trust me, I've got a lot of reactions. Just work hard, keep working hard, and trust me, if you are going the route of a loan, please have that commitment where you are going to pay your EMIs every month. Okay, do not default on it, and do not go for a much more expensive bike. If you guys have seen my previous video where I said that I had set my cap as 20 lakh, it was easy for me to buy a 30 lakh Ducati, but then the EMI would have been really difficult for me. So buy a bike within your limits and enjoy and love that bike absolutely to the core. Well, that is it, guys. That is all that I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the like button if you like this video, if you like such content where I encourage you guys and I tell you my journey of how I ended up buying a super bike. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.